Welcome once again to the Goddesstemplepalace. I am your caretaker, overseer, protector of the Temple Palace in this forum, in this vibration. And I welcome you once again. I want to remind you that you can visit the Temple Palace whenever your heart desires, from the downloads through the meditation, or just through your own natural visualization of what you have experienced being here at different times. And the doors are always open for those who come with a heart that is an aspirant of peace and aspiring to be closer to who they truly are. Does that sound like I put limitations on the opening of the doors, the gates, the portals? Yes. Because I choose not to have anything and everything coming through these gates, these portals, these expressions, and everything won't. Because that vibration has been put forward. And so it is. Many things have been created here for the Temple Palace on the earth plane, and it, as above, so below. So on the earth plane is the word power, the word sound power. And in the other realms are the reality that either I drew from to bring the word sound power, or vice versa, my words, or a combination of both. But the temple is always here for you and for me. And I'm glad to be back myself in experiencing all the multitudes, mega million, billions of possible things that you can be doing, that I can be doing. It's real easy to get distracted from many things. And that brings me to the topic of today, which is fertility. I used to have a African American / art gallery in which a lot of authentic African wood carvings were offered. Some of them old, some of them very valuable. And I was going through my life some of the possessions that I have acquired over the years. And I was looking at some of the pieces, the remaining pieces that I had abundance of. And there were quite a few, I called them goddesses when I put them out into the wide web for observation and contemplation for people to observe and to perhaps purchase. And I had a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people liked them. That was good. They passed them around to me. That was a blessing. But I had a few comments that prompted me to want to speak on the subject today. The first response was from a male. And he had an interest in the art itself, the deity, the Akuba dolls from Ghana, West Africa, Akuba goddesses. And maybe I'll go back and put a picture of them on my page here so you can see them. Time permitting, spirit guiding. You can look them up yourself. But he said, I don't want to make no sisters pregnant. My thought was, put on a rubber or something, whatever your form of fertility protection or protection in that arena is. That was my feeling. That was what I felt from what he said. But I just took note. And then another person, she wrote something to the effect of, I know I'm already fertile. I know how many, I've already had a reading. I know how many children I'm going to have. And she went even further because there was a little dialogue between us to say that she was celibate. But I could feel the energy from her about the dolls and the fact that she didn't want them. She didn't want them around her, but she would help me to promote them, and I was grateful. I am grateful. But then I said, very interesting. Because I had not only had quite a large selection of these particular pieces, but other fertility pieces as well. And I have no children that have come through me naturally. I was looking at a photograph with me and one of the many young people that have come to me throughout my life for me to teach, for me to mother, for me to empower. And I recognize my own fertility. And it comes from the fact that I look beyond and was able to look beyond because of my own life, the fact of fertility meant pregnancy. But not only to bring forth children in the way of coming through the womb portal of the feminine. As I just said, I've had hundreds, maybe thousands of children who I have been able to interact with and know I've had an impact on. And I thought while I was preparing for this, I'm fertile enough that I don't have to do any research. And I really didn't, but my spirit said, well, you got a few minutes. Look up fertility in the definition of Webster and whatever other dictionaries show themselves. And I did, and yes, it spoke of bringing forth children, but it spoke of the land, having fertile land, which had already crossed my mind. Fertile land, where things will grow. And I already knew that I was a fertile, and know that I am a fertile being. We all can be, if we choose to accept this possibility. And to be fertile is to bring forth life. Entrepreneurs are definitely fertile, recognizably fertile. Each one of us is fertile in that we create what we fertilize with our thoughts, with our words, with our actions, with our fears, with our joy. We come from, I like to call her that the great mother, the all-knowing, the all-wise, the all and all, who is fertile, to demonstrate fertility in so many ways. To be fertile and recognize your fertility. And you don't have to be boy or girl to have this gift of fertility. It is our natural born birthright to be fertile, to go from one moment to another in fertility, not frutility, but futility. Wordplay, I love words. And the energy that we put behind the word is important. To be fertile in a resource of energy, to bring forth into life what it is that is in your highest good. For me, and probably for you, to be fertile is to show yourself what you're able to create. Being in the world of artist and artisan and craftsperson, I demonstrate this to myself on a regular basis. I am very fertile in the realm of arts and crafts, but I also have a desire to be more fertile in my relationship with Source, the Great Mother, the All-Powerful One. Because that is where my fertility will flow even greater. To awaken within me and hopefully stimulate within you the reality that we have not even skimmed the surface of our possible fertility. When we are speaking to ourselves, be very mindful of what you say and how you say it, and how we are programmed. Why is a good question. To challenge and overcome the external programming that has been placed in front of us. And to be willing to be fertile enough to overcome anything that's keeping us from being fertile. Sounds like a paradox somewhat, but the fact of the matter is the willingness to be fertile, the willingness to grow things, to reproduce, to have our ideas, our love, our knowledge, our gardens, our fullness, to be fertile in our fullness, to be fertile in our divinity. Are you willing? I am. I am willing to be fertile. I am willing to walk more and more and more with the powerhouse, the house of power, the source of power. To have my communication and my expectation of bringing forth the life, the fertile life that is my destiny. Yes, I have known times when it's been harder to imagine that this is possible. Well, apparently this is a fertile time for me, as I am open to more and more unlimited possibilities. To take the cap off of my feeling that I wasn't fertile. The recognizing that if I seek, I will find within my mind and my spirit a deeper, more fertile, richer connection to the continuation of me. Could be through a song that I would write and sing, a book that's been on the back burner, and if I don't take them off the back burner, they're going to heat up and burn, crash and burn, because there are times, like the bringing forth of children, there are time frames and cycles in which you can move, in which you can tap into the fertility of that particular, those particular things that you are dreaming about, thinking about, praying about, hoping about, needing. To have fertility in your pocket. To be able to visualize $100 bills lined up, waiting for you. All you must do is know that you are fertile enough to receive them and use them wisely. Oprah, one of the richest women on the planet, and for sure amongst the brown people, says every day, and probably more than once a day, she asks who she believes to be her power source to use her. And I'm adding to that to make her a fertile vessel. And that she would know, and I'm past Oprah, that we would know in our fertility, because you can bring a lot of things to you, but you have to know how to weed your garden of fertility. You have to know how to weed it. Because everything in it is not always what is going to keep you being fertile. Okay, I'm out of here. Glad I came. It was good for me. Hope it was good for you. I'll be back soon enough. May you have a very fertile day and realize that all those eggs inside the womb of the goddesses, the portal, you have inside your whole entire body to be fertile. Children are a blessing of fertility. No doubt. But so are many, many other things. Your kindness, to be fertile in your kindness, to be fertile in your laughter, to be fertile in your beauty, to be fertile in your connection with your source. Until we meet again, try fertility.